Unmute. How about now, Rob? Can you give me a text message, please? I do now. Said I had that muted accidentally. You probably can't hear me. He says, good. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate you being there. My wife is at the church tonight with her female friends. They're going through some church activities right there. They recently got done with Revelations. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate that very much. So they're getting ready to start the ball game up. They're getting some warm-up tosses right now on the pitcher's rubber. Doing the pitching right now for Rensselaer Central is number 10, Brayson Johns. Brayson Johns getting ready to work it right there. Right-handed hurler. Brayson Johns. We'll talk just a little bit about Brayson Johns. He wears number 10. He has struck out 61 batters. 25 of those batters went down looking. He's got an ERA of 2.028. Around the diamond for Rensselaer Central. Rensselaer Central around the diamond. We'll mention his catcher. It's Caden Webb. He wears number 9. At first base, number 23, Landon Mush. At second base, number 12, that's Riker Woodema. At shortstop, number 7, Dawson Kane. At third base, number 8, Brady Martin. In left field, number 1, Dylan Simmons. In center field, number 0, Jason Shanley. And in right field, number 21, that's Titus James. We'll mention Titus James going to play defensively in right field. He'll give way to the DH. Designated here will be the 4-hitter, number 22, Brian Kellner. DH, he's the one who got that grand slam on the 28th of April against Central Catholic. First pitch. Ball in a little bit tall and outside, ball 1 at 7:27. 7:27 on the wristwatch. It's the AT&T wristwatch. Here comes the second pitch. The Hudson Gutwein. It's a cold strike. Top of the zone. Cold strike on Gutwein. Peering in, looking at signals. Actually comes the wind in the pitch. Breaking pitch. Got the dish, broke away. Count goes 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Hudson Gutwein. Peering in, looking at signals. I will say the sun is on most of the diamond. There's some shade, and in the sun is the pitcher, Kellner. And that's going to be inside severely, going to be a hit by pitch. A 1-2 count. You don't want to hit the batters. Obviously, he did not. And Hudson Gutwein makes the trip to first base. So Hudson Gutwein on the season, we'll mention Gutwein on the season has 10, now 11 hit by pitch. He leads the team with the hit by pitch category. Stepping into bat for Lafayette Central Catholic. Number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer, the right field, working from the stretch, pickoff move. First base, tag applied late. Safe at first is Gutwein standing up. Stepping back in, left-handed batter. Alex Schumer, here's the pitch. Swung on, foul tip, going to go back to the screen. No balls, 1 strike. At third base, Brady Martin playing in on the lip of the grass. I'm sure they've done their homework. Coach Jared Courtney, he knows his stuff. I'm sure they did their homework. Looking for a bunt from Schumer. Here comes the pitch. He's going to take one the other way. He's going to pop in there. Base hit in left field. Picked up by Dylan Simmons. And Alex Schumer gets himself aboard with a base hit. He moves Gutwein to second base. Nobody out. Top of the first inning. Knights are the visiting team. That's the way they showed up when they picked the ping pong balls out of the hopper. They were picked first for this first game. Rensselaer Central was picked second. So they are the home team. Left-handed batter. Lucas Gerke, here's the pitch from Kellner. He will bunt one back to Kellner. Kellner will field it. He'll throw back to first base. Couldn't make a play. Trying to cover second base there is Woodema. Coming in to score first run of the ball game is number 9, Hudson Gutwein. Riker Woodema had to go a long way to cover first base. He made the trip when he got there. Just a difficult catch to make, but I got to admit, Grayson Johns put the ball right on the spot. So runners at first and second base. Stepping in to bat for the Knights. Number 3, Jackson Kane. Out of the set, here's the pitch from Johns. Pitch comes in, ball high. Might have been a breaking pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Jackson Kane getting signals. He'll step back in. 2 aboard, first and second. Johns out of the set. Here's the pitch. Outside edge, strike called. About thigh high. Count goes 1-1 to Kane. Working from the stretch, peering in, looking at signals from Caden Webb. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Going to square the bunt. Thought about a bunt, pulled the bat back. It's a breaking pitch. Got the outside edge for a strike. Strike called. Count goes 1-2 to Jackson Kane. He'll step back in. Right-handed batter, Jackson Kane. Working out of set position. Here's the pitch. Outside, a bit tall. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the first, 1 run in for the Knights. Out of the set, here comes the pitch from Johns. Swung on, he'll take it to left field. Got some air under it, gonna make a good effort there. And they're gonna call, they're gonna double check there. They're gonna go to second base. I'm not sure if the C position umpire called him safe or out on the catch. I think they might have called him out. And I will say, there's a good catch. Dylan Simmons hustled the throw back into second base, and Schumer gets back safely. And they're going to call that an out, and rightfully so. A great catch in left field by Dylan Simmons. So the runners go back to first and second base. There's 1 out. Jackson Kane flies out on a very good catch in left field. Out of the set position, Grayson Johns. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch just inside, ball 1. In the batter's box is number 11, Mikey Stapleton. Stapleton batting tonight in the 5 spot. Working out a stretch. Now the set is Johns. Here's the pitch. Swung on. He'll take it to center field. Going to be called for by the left fielder. Coming in to make the catch again is Simmons. So Simmons tosses it to second base, back safely. There is Alex Schumer, and there are 2 out. 2 out here in the top of the first inning. There's 1 run in for the Knights. Still, runners at first and second base. Working from the stretch, Grayson Johns. Grayson Johns wears number 10. He's a member of the senior class. Out of set, he'll check second base. Here's the pitch. Sandberg going to take a base hit and right over the top of the glove at second base. That was Woodema. Rounding third base, coming in to score second run in the ball game is Alex Schumer. And Mikey Stapleton picks up a base hit and an RBI. And moving over to third base is Mikey Stapleton. Next batter going to step in. We're going to see number 34. That's Isaiah Hopkins. Isaiah Hopkins plays third base. Hopkins is a freshman. I understand he's got a good pitching arm. He's getting a chance to play right here in the sectional as a freshman. First at bat. Here comes set position. Here comes the pitch. High for ball 1. Right-handed batter, number 34, Isaiah Hopkins. Isaiah Hopkins checking signals out. I take that back. He's a sophomore. He's a sophomore. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Pitch comes in high above the zone. Ball 2. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He'll step back in. Runners at first and third base might be on the horse here at first base. Not this time. It's going to be hit by pitch. He turns his body, gets hit by pitch in that right-handed batter's box. Acts like nothing happened. Jogs down to first base. Knuckles right there with assistant coach A.J. Bourdonnais. And the bases are now occupied. All bases are loaded. Going to pitch from the windup. Grayson Johns peering in. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, first base. Landon Mush fields it. He'll step on the bag, and the Knights are retired in the top of the first. Knights pick up 2 runs in the top of the first. There's 1 error recorded. Rensselaer Central. Rensselaer Central going to come to the plate. They'll bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Some folks making their way in to watch the ball game. We'll talk a little bit about Rensselaer Central Bombers. Rensselaer Central Bombers, they have a school enrollment of 447. They're in Class 2A, Sectional 37. As mentioned, 7 teams in that sectional. We let you know they are Benton Central, Delphi, Central Catholic, North Montgomery, Rensselaer Central, Seeger, Western Boone. The principal at Rensselaer Central is Mr. Andrew Jones. The athletic director is Mr. Kenneth Hickman. The athletic secretary is Katie Billieu. Rensselaer Central High School is located at 1106 East Gray Street, Rensselaer, Indiana. That's 47978. You can dial them up by telephone at 219-866-5175. On the web, it's RensselaerCentral.com. They wear the collars red and black. They perform in the Hoosier Conference along with Central Catholic. Their head coach, he's most instrumental. Appreciate him. That is Mr. Jared Courtney. They've got a good one. I forgot to mention Central Catholic. Their head coach is Tim Bourdonnais. Tim Bourdonnais is a 1987 Central Catholic graduate. We're getting around the diamond. Doing the pitching today for the Knights is Lucas Gerke. Lucas Gerke on the season, we'll mention. He wears number 10. He's got an ERA. His earned run is 1.556. He's pitched 45 innings this year. He's got 9 appearances. This is 10. This is his 8th start. The pitcher's rubber. He's faced 197 batters. He has thrown 721 pitches. He's got a win-loss record of 5 wins, 1 loss. He's given up 37 hits, 19 runs. 10 of those runs were earned. He has walked 18 batters. He has struck out 55, and he has struck out 23 of those batters looking. And getting ready to bat here. First batter for Rensselaer Central is going to step in. That's number 23, Landon Mush. Landon Mush made that final catch. Had first base, I should say on the ground, stepped on the bag for the third out. In the top of the first. First pitch from Gerke. Swung on, swing and a miss. Healthy cut right on time. Landon Mush. Landon Mush. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, going to be a foul ball down the left field line. He got around on that one. He'll take it to the corner. Count goes 0-2 to Landon Mush. Landon Mush, he's a member of the sophomore class. He's listed as an outfielder and an infielder. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, he'll take it the other way. It's going to be foul territory, giving it a look right there. First baseman Sandberg couldn't come up with it. He'll stay in the box with a 0-2 count. So Landon Mush, right-handed batter. Rensselaer Central, they're wearing the all-white uniforms, and they're laced in red. Knights going with the gray uniform. Here comes the wind. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Outside a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This game is moving right along. Here comes the wind in the pitch from Gerke. Breaking pitch. He'll take it to left field. Got a lot of air under it, backing up to make the catch is Brennan Van Kirk. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. So the next batter going to step in for Rensselaer Central. Going to be number 7, Dawson Kane. Dawson Kane is the shortstop. Another right-handed batter. He'll step in now. Working from the windup, 1 foot on, 1 foot off. Right-handed hurdler. Lucas Gerke. Pitch comes in low. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Home plate umpire. I've seen this guy before. He's good. Here comes a pitch. Pitch comes in, outside edge. Strike call. Count goes 1-1. Clearing in, looking at the signals. Lucas Gerke. Here comes the wind in the pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Slow ground ball. Going to be fielded there by Sandberg. He'll toss it over to the pitcher, and Lucas Gerke covering the bag. There are 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the second inning. So next batter going to step in. It's going to be Brayson Johns. Brayson Johns, I tell you what, that's probably Brayson. I think Brayson hit that grand slam. I'm pretty sure it was him now. Then now that I see him, left-handed batter, grand slam over there at Rensselaer Central on the 28th of April. First pitch comes in low and inside, ball one. Straightaway stance. Brayson John sees the pitcher trying to help himself. Here comes the wind in the pitch from Gerke. Swung on, swing and a miss. Count goes 1-1. One ball, one strike. Photographer right behind home plate getting some good pictures. Breaking pitch, backdoor in there for a strike. Backdoor breaking pitch, that was Lucas Gerke, the right-handed pitcher, throwing to the lefty batter. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and taking to center field. Going to hit her right at the center fielder, Calvin Reisman. He'll make the catch. He was playing Johns to pull the ball, and he was playing perfectly. The ball went right to him. There are 3 outs. Here in the bottom of the first inning, after one complete, Central Catholic 2, Rensselaer Central 0 will go to the top of the second inning. Good baseball, a great day to play. And we'll mention a little bit about it. We'll talk about Rensselaer Central Bombers. Their last outing last weekend on the 24th, that was on last Saturday. They're going against Tri-County, the Cavaliers. Rensselaer Central got the win 6-5. They were playing at Rensselaer Central. Tri-County went out on top 3-0 in the top of the first inning. Then Tri-County, we'll mention, got another run in the 5th, making it 4-0. Rensselaer Central came up with 3 in the bottom of the 5th, making it 4-3. Tri-County in the top of the 6th got another one, making it 5-3. And then Rensselaer Central in the bottom of the 6th came up with 3 runs. 7th run, Tri-County could not score. That completed the ball game. Rensselaer Central got the win 6-5 at home. We'll mention Tri-County came up with 11 hits in the ball game. Rensselaer Central with 5. And that was a good ball game. That's the last outing for Rensselaer Central. And stepping in, going to bat for Central Catholic Knights. It's going to be number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. Brennan Van Kirk, right-handed batter. That sun still kind of shading right there. John's still in the sun. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Pitch comes in high above the zone, ball one. So first baseman, second baseman, they're in the sun. Center fielder, right fielder also in the sun, along with the pitcher, Brayson Johns, but not the rest of them. The rest of them are standing in the shade. Pitch comes in high and tight, ball two. Here and in, looking at signals. Here comes the wind and the 2-0 pitch. Pitch comes inside, a ball just inside to Van Kirk. A 3-0 count. Van Kirk likely going to have the take sign. Here comes the wind and the 3-0 pitch. Right down meridian, fastball, strike call. 3-1 count to Van Kirk. Brennan Van Kirk. Here comes the wind and the pitch from Johns. Outside edge, strike call. Van Kirk thought it was ball 4. Home plate umpire, he makes the decisions. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. They'll go down swinging, and they'll toss it around the infield. And there's 1 out here in the top of the second inning. Next batter going to step in for the Knights. Number 9, Hudson Gutwine. Gutwine has played in 25 of the 26 games. He's batting .366. His on-base percentage is .575. He's got 106 plate appearances. We'll take a first pitch called strike. Count goes 0-1. Gutwine, 71 at bats. He's got 26 hits. We'll drive this one right side out of play. Count goes 0-2 to Gutwine. Hudson Gutwine, in those 26 hits, 14 are singles, 10 are doubles. He has no triples. He has 2 home runs, and they came in that game. Rensselaer Central in 28. Next pitch comes in high, ball 1. Grayson Johns is bringing it. He's bringing the fastball. One ball, two strikes, one out. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. I think Gutwine knew it. He saw that breaking pitch. He was just hoping he was going to walk back to the dugout and strike out looking. So 2 outs on the diamond. Next batter going to step in for Central Catholic, number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer, he's played in all 26 games. Batting 329. Here comes the pitch. Outside edge, strike called. 0-1 count to Schumer. He got a 480 on base percentage. He's been to the plate 105 times, 79 at bats. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch, back door in there for a strike. Count goes 0-2. Grayson Johns is warming up. Here comes the 0-2. Time called. Left-handed batter's box. Time granted. Didn't make the pitch, but he was close. 0-2 count. 2 outs. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on and take it the other way. He'll go to left field. Making a catch. He was playing right there. Dylan Simmons. And the Knights are retired in the top of the second inning. After 1.5, Central Catholic 2. Rensselaer Central Bombers 0, and they're coming to bat. So the Knights and the Rensselaer Central Bombers. And I said what we'll mention. I got this road jam. Top 10 baseball movies. I don't know who came up with this poll, but here's what they have. The 10th most popular baseball movie, The Rookie. The 9th most popular is The Sandlot. 8th most popular is Bull Durham. 7th most popular, I should say. 42. I'm not real sure about that, but I think it's Robinson. But I'm not sure it is. And the 6th most popular is Bad News Bears, followed up by number 5, Angels in the Outfield. Number 4, Field of Dreams. I agree. Number 3, Major League. They're playing that all the time right now on DirecTV. Number 2 is Moneyball. And number 1 is Hardball. And we'll mention today's ball game is in parts. Being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. It's at 46062. They're just behind Pizza Hut and next to Goal 32. That's along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, and prints along with calendars. And it's never too early to think about personalized Christmas cards. Posters and oversized printing also available. You can reach Discount Copies at 317-773-8783. Stepping in with a bat, right-handed batter, 4-hitter number 22, Ryan Kellner. First pitch from Gerke. Pitch comes in low, ball 1, off the heel of Jackson King's bat. And retrieving the baseball is 5-hitter number 9, Caden Webb. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Outside a ball. Count goes 2-0 to Ryan Kellner. Ryan Kellner is the DH for the Bombers, batting in place of right fielder Titus James. Here comes the pitch. Outside edge, strike call. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Outside edge, going to call that a strike. Kellner in disbelief, and I'm kind of in his boat. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Foul ball back to the screen. So we'll stay in the box with a 2-2 count. So that second called strike really means nothing at this moment. 2-2 count. Pitching from the windup. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3-2 count to the 4-hitter, number 22, Ryan Kellner. Working from the windup. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, foul ball, out of play. 3-2 count and stay in that box. Kellner's fighting him off. 1 foot on, 1 foot off. Lucas Gerke, here comes the 3-2 again. Swung on, foul ball, ready to call it a dead ball. He got him in the box. Home plate umpire saw it. You could see it slow up. He knocked that foul ball straight down to the surface and came back up and got him on the leg. It ended up fair. Home plate umpire killed it. That's what they call it. He killed it. And I'm picking up the bat there is Ryan Kellner. He'll step back in. Third time at 3-2 count to Kellner. Working from the wide. Here comes a 3-2. Low for ball 4. Kellner draws a walk. Kellner going down to first base. Just stay there. He'll do the running. Next batter in the lineup. Going to be the 5-hitter, number 9, Caden Webb. Caden Webb going to check the wristband. He'll check the notes. Coach Courtney goes with the digital system. In the modest lead there at first base. Here's Kellner. Now a stretch, now a set. Here comes the pitch. He was going to square the bunt. Snap throw to first base by Kane. No tag applied. Sandberg just made the catch at first. 1-0 count. Stepping back in, Caden Webb. 1 ball, no strikes. Out of the set position. Here comes the pitch from Gerke. Try to bunt the baseball. Couldn't get it. Couldn't come up with the baseball, but it's going to be an offer, and home plate umpire calls it a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's take that back. They are maybe it's 1-0-2. We'll double check here. Scoreboard. It looked like the first pitch was a ball, and here comes the pitch. Outside a ball there. So that was, they're going to go 1-2 now. That was the first ball, evidently. So they got the count at 1-2. Out of set position. Gerke checks first base. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch in there for strike 3. We'll set him down looking. Might have been an absolute top of the zone on that pitch. But there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Stepping into bat. It's going to be Riker Woodema. He is the 2nd baseman. Alisad, here comes the pitch for Gerke. Outside, ball 1. Ryan Kellner is at first base. He drew a walk. Faced about 3-2 pitches. Finally, ball 4. Working out a stretch, now the set. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Woodema. Swung on, foul ball, back to the screen. Riker Woodema. That's Woudema. Like a guy with the last name begins with W. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes 1-2. Right-handed batter, Riker Woodema. 1 out on the scoreboard. We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's a 2-0 contest. Knight's got 2 in the top of the 1st. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. Inside a ball. 2-2 count to Woodema. Staying put right there at first base, Ryan Kellner. He's the DH. Modest lead at first. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball, going to 2nd base. Going to be Hudson Gutwein. He'll go to 2nd. They'll throw it wide of 2nd base and go into left field. We're trying to go 4, 6, and maybe 3. The ball ends up in left field. I should say left field. Brennan Van Kirk tosses it back in. So the Bombers have 2 aboard. 1st and 2nd base. It's Woodema at first base and Kellner at 2nd base. There's 1 out. Stepping into bat, Brady Martin. Where's number 8? First pitch from Gerke. Outside, ball 1. On deck is Kason Shanley, center fielder. Working out a stretch, now the set. Gerke checks 2nd base. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, you'll pop it up. Playable. Gonna be foul territory. Jackson Kane gives it a look, and he'll make the catch. Kane makes the catch. He drops that mask way far away, so he knows he won't step on it. And he makes a good catch out in front of the Knights dugout. There are 2 out. Next batter going to step in. He wears number 0, Kason Shanley, as mentioned, the center fielder. He's been quite busy already in this ball game. Working out a stretch, now set is Gerke. He'll check 2nd. Check it again. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. Going to pop off the glove there. No balls, one strike to Shanley. So working right there. So getting the ball back in the hand of Lucas Gerke. Stepping back in, right-handed batter. He's the 8 hitter, number 0, Tayson Shanley. Out of set for Gerke. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Checks his swing, going to be a called strike. A breaking pitch. Might have been a slider, not quite the break of a curveball. Count goes 0-2. Working out a stretch, now the set position. Check second base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Pitch comes in above the zone, ball 1. And the Knights are trying to be umpires. You can't do that. You can't be the umpire and think that was strike 3 and try to jog in. Let the blue call the pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Out of set. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 8 hitter, number 0, Tayson Shanley, center fielder. Out of stretch, now out of set position, Lucas Gerke. Here's the 2-2. There's strike 3. It's a breaking pitch. Might have been a slider again. Got the dish, broke low and outside. The Knights get out of the inning. Rensselaer Central Bombers, they lead 2 on base. We'll mention after 2 complete. Central Catholic, 2. Rensselaer Central, 0. And we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Honey Creek Resort. Honey Creek Resort, what a beautiful place to be. Plan your vacation or maybe a weekend getaway. That's Honey Creek Resort with 840 acres of fantastic nature, fun, and recreation adventures are only a 1 day's drive away. Hamilton County, that's about a 7-hour drive, 430 miles, and worth every moment of the drive. We'll mention again Honey Creek Resort. They're in southern Iowa, where fellow Hoosiers, Beth and Terry Henderson, have an amazing lodge and cabins with fabulous fishing, boating, golfing, horse carriages, and much, much more. Truly amazing adventures and hospitality awaits you at honeycreekresort.com. Make your group, business, and family getaway reservations today. You can reach them by dialing 641-724-1450. Again, that's 641-724-1450. Honey Creek Resort. Stepping in for the Knights, number 10, Lucas Gerke. Working from the wind-up, first pitch from Johns. Swung on and fouled back out of play. Lucas Gerke on the season, he's also played in all 26 games. He's batting .319 in that left-handed batter's box. .515 on base percentage. Second pitch from Johns. Breaking pitch, a little bit backdoor. Taken for a strike. Count goes 0-2 to Gerke. Gerke has 22 hits on the season. Out of the wind, here comes the pitch. Low and inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lucas Gerke. Gerke entering this game with 99 plate appearances, 69 at-bats. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-2 count to Gerke. As mentioned, 22 hits, 17 are singles, 4 are doubles, and he has 1 home run. It happened at Rensselaer Central. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball 3. Count goes 3-2. 3-2. Stepping back in, Lucas Gerke. First batter here, the top of the third. He'll take this one out of play the other way. He took that home run to left center field. He's a left-handed batter. He likes to go the other way with the pitches. So count goes 3-2. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Inside low, ball 4. Gerke gonna jog down to first base, and he picks up base on balls, number 20 on the season. Next batter going to step in for the Knights. He's the four hitter, number 3, Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane is the catcher. He's also played in all 26 games. He's batting 360 in that right-handed batter's box. On base percentage, he gets on base half the time. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch ended up above his head. Had to duck out of the way there. Ball 1. So he's got a 500 on base percentage. 27 hits, 17 are singles, 8 doubles, 1 triple, and 1 home run. As mentioned, happened at Rensselaer Central. Ball comes in outside just a bit low. Count goes 2-0. Kane. Looking at Sagles. Sagles given by Coach Bourdonnais. Third base. Runner at first base for the Knights is Lucas Gerke. Nobody out. Out of set. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, he'll pop it up. Outfield, left field. An easy catch right there for Dylan Simmons. He'll come in several steps and make the catch. So there's 1 out here in the top of the 3rd inning. As mentioned, Knights are the visiting team. The sessional being played at Central Catholic High School. Next batter going to step in for the Knights. Going to be number 11, Mikey Stapleton. Mikey Stapleton, he's played in 25 of the 26 games. He's batting an even 400 at right-handed batter's box. Here comes the pitch from Johns. He's going to be hit by pitch. Hit by pitch. Had to try to duck out of the way. Might have got him in the helmet. Could have been a lot worse there. Mikey Stapleton with some quick reflexes. He is at first base now. And Coach Bourdonnais might want to run for him. And actually going to run at second base. Lucas Gerke is going to pick up a courtesy runner and double check here. So they got a courtesy run second base. So runners at first and second for the Knights. 1 out. Stepping into bat. Number 30, Gus Sandberg, the first baseman. Out of set. Here comes a pitch from Johns. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Johns is a pretty big guy. Pretty tall stature. Not quite 6'9". Like I'm trying to remember that guy from Astros. Pitch comes in, breaking pitch for a strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Step back in, right-handed batter. Gus Sandberg. Out of set. Johns, he'll check second. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Foul ball back to the screen. Gus Sandberg, he's played in 23 ball games. He's got a batting average in that right-handed batter's box of 300. 41 plate appearances. 30 at-bats on base, 463. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, going to go to second base. It'll be fielded. They'll throw to first. And a good play there by Riker Woodema. Gets the out next door to Landon Mush. There are 2 outs. Runners move up 90 feet. So runners at second and third for the Knights. Stepping in, going to bat for the second time. 7-hitter, number 34, Isaiah Hopkins. He's playing third base today for Coach Bourdonnais. Out of set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball back up the middle, and he gloved there by the second baseman, Woodema. And he'll throw next door, and again get the put out with Landon Much. So the Knights lead 2 aboard. Knights come up with no runs, no errors in the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. After 2.5, Central Catholic 2, Rensselaer Central 0. And we'll also mention today's ball game is in part being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. She has a real estate IQ that will work for the benefit of you. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. She specializes in residential and corporate relocations. She has a vast knowledge with more than 25 years of question answering experience. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. You can let Lisa look or let Lisa list. Each home is precious. And Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21, Sheets Company. She's highly recommended. She's a real estate agent and a real estate broker. To contact Lisa Stokes Bear by phone or by text message, you can reach her at 317 513 4086. Again, that's 317 513 4086. So they're still throwing the ball around the diamond right there. Working right there. Rensselaer Central, first game of the sectional. 7:30 start. It was going to start at 6. Tonight, only one game, so it worked out good. That rain didn't bother anything. Probably caused some work to get the diamond ready. Those Bishop Catholic Knights worked hard on this diamond. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, he's going to take a pop fly on the infield. Called for and caught by Mikey Stapleton. That was the 9-hitter, number 1, Dylan Simmons, offering on the first pitch. So 1 out. Stepping in, we'll see the 1-hitter, Landon Mush. Landon Mush going to step in. On the season, he's batting .354, a .533 on base percentage. Here comes the pitch. He'll check the swing. And they're going to say at first base, he did not go. Ball 1. Landon Mush, he's got 92 plate appearances, 65 at-bats. He's got 23 hits on the season. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. They call that a strike, outside edge. Count goes 1-1. Lucas Girk peering in. Out of the wind, here comes the pitch. Just foul one, right side, out of play. Landon Mush, he's the 1-hitter, wears number 23, plays first base. 23 hits, 17 are singles, 5 are doubles, and he has 1 triple. Pitch comes in, ground ball. Going to go second base. Fielded by Gutwein, going to be covered at first base by Gerke. Gerke, plenty alert to cover first. And well done right there by the senior. 2 seniors hooking up. That's Gutwein and Lucas Gerke. There are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Stepping into bat, 2-hitter, number 7, Dawson Kane. Dawson Kane batting .269, .360 on base percentage. He'll foul one, right side, out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Dawson Kane needs the shortstop. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Breaking pitch. Got the edge. Strike call. Count goes 0-2. Dawson Kane. 91 plate appearances, 78 at-bats. Next pitch, you're going to call it a strike. Call that a strike. Call it outside edge. And Dawson Kane not complaining too much. Probably less than some would. So they'll get out of the inning. Knights are going to bat here in the top of the 4th inning. We'll mention at the end of 3 innings, Central Catholic 2, Rensselaer Central 0. And we'll also mention today's ball game is in part being brought to you by Scott G and Scott Gashaw. When time is good, when you share, you should. Share and share alike. Support Indiana Middle School and high school athletics. And also bringing tonight's ball game to the listeners is Fritz and Fishers and Fritz in Noblesville. They are celebrating 43 years in business in the heart of the Nickel Plate District. That's right there in Fishers, Indiana. They have late model cars and trucks. Each vehicle pre-delivery inspection. They have 2 Hamilton County locations. One is Fritz in Fishers at 8599 East 116th Street. You can dial them up there at 317-842-2228. Their second location is Fritz in Noblesville. That's between Noblesville and Westfield, right there along State Road 32. You can reach them by phone at 317-773-2232. Again, that's Fritz in Fishers.com. FRITZ. So let's throw one down to second base. Frozen rope off the fingertips of Caden Webb, catcher for the Bombers. Knights are going to step in. It's going to be number 33, 8-hitter DJ Gilkey. He is the DH in the ballgame. He's batting in place of center fielder Calvin Rice. First pitch from Johns. Outside half, strike call. Count goes 0-1. Gilkey will step back in, batting 286, left-handed batter. The foul, this one back to the screen. I got the wall right there. I tell you what, they got a net around the perimeter here. You got your fingers around a net like that, and a foul tip hits your fingers, it's going to hurt. I'm here to tell you the same thing happened to me in Georgia at Cobb County. My son had a few games down there. It hurt bad, but I didn't let anybody know it hit me, and I walked away. Foul tip. Checks his swing. Count remains 0-2 to Gilkey. 286 batting average, 452 on base percentage. He's got 16 hits, 11 singles, 5 doubles. Here's the pitch. He'll take a drive to right field. Got some air under it. Coming in to make the catch is right fielder Titus James. Titus James, he must have impressed Coach Courtney along the season here. I haven't seen him since, I think, game 11. But Titus James, he's listed as a JV player. He's moved up. He's also listed as a varsity player. And he's starting in the section. Titus James. What a way to go. He's just a sophomore. Ground ball. Van Kirk, he goes shortstop, beat it out. He's going to get a base hit out of that. It's going to be a hit, and he's going to take off for second base as the ball gets by. Right fielder, Landon Mush, I'm sure he would have beat that out. So he's going to get a single, and he'll advance to second on the overthrow. So Brennan Van Kirk picks up hit number 19 on the season. That's 18 hits in singles in 1 double. 7 back in. Hudson Gutwein. Pitch comes in. Grayson got the dish, broke away. Strike call. No balls, 1 strike. Alisette. Here comes the pitch from Johns. Ground ball, shortstop. He'll glove it. Won't be able to make a play. He'll glove it right at the back lip of the grass. And I might have lost his footing there. That's what it looked like from here. He couldn't make the throw. It's going to be a base hit off the bat of Hudson Gutwein. So Gutwein picks up hit number 27 and single number 15 on the season. So runners at first and third base for the Knights. 1 out, stepping in. 2-hitter, number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer in 26 games, he played in all of them. Batting .329 in that left-handed batter's box. Facing the righty, Johns. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball. Grayson Johns, senior class member. Peering in, looking at signals. He doesn't waste any time. He'll check first base out of the stretch. Now the set position. Here's the pitch. Be a foul ball, right side. Glove right there by A.J. Bourdonnais. Bourdonnais gloves it without a glove, and made a good play. Like he was playing shortstop again for the Knights. He just graduated from Purdue. Working out a stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Taking off for second base. They're going to throw to third base. Not there to cover. A good throw by Caden Webb. A snap throw to third base. That's safe. Right there is Brennan Van Kirk. And now a stretch. 1-2 count to Schumer. Alisette. Here comes the pitch. Good foul ball in the box here. Full swing. Off the bat, then off of his lower leg. Foul ball. Count is 1-2. Schumer. 1-2 count, 1 out. Peering in, looking at Sickles. Alisette position. Here's the pitch from Johns. Backdoor curveball, swing and a miss. And Schumer will set down, swinging. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. So they'll work it from there. Stepping in, it's going to be Lucas Gerke. Left-handed batter. Alisette, Johns. Here comes the pitch. inside half, strike called. Right there, bottom of the zone, count goes 0-1. Gerke steps back in. He's batting 319, 515 on base percentage. Here comes the pitch. Backdoor curveball misses outside. Didn't miss much. Count goes 1-1. Runners at second and third base for the Knights. There are two out here at the top of the fourth. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Left-handed batter, Lucas Gerke. Peering in, looking at singles out of stretch. Is Brayson Johns. Here comes the pitch. Be a ground ball in the infield. Second baseman going to field it. Riker Woodema to throw next door, get the put out with Landon Much. And the Knights start out of the inning. They leave 2 on base. They come up with no runs. And we'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. To the bottom of the fourth. And the Knights up after 3.5 to Rensselaer Central 0. And we'll also mention a little bit about stats. I thought these were interesting to mention. Stat leaders right here in the nation. Stat leaders, let's talk about them. And we'll let you know, national stat leaders, they got the top 3 right here in batting average. First in the nation, he's 5'6", 140. He's a junior, Lane Parks. He's a shortstop, he's a pitcher, he's a catcher. He wears number 4. He's from Acadiana. That's Acadiana Christian. That's in Louisiana. He got a batting average of 760. 760 batting average. That's in 17 games. That's 66 plate appearances and 50 at-bats. He's got 38 hits. 27 are singles. 7 are doubles. 4 are triples. He has not homered. He plays football also. He's a wide receiver and a defensive back. He wears number 6 on the football team. Second in the nation in hitting. He's a senior. His name is Woods. He goes by A. Woods. They didn't let me know his first name. And I will mention he's from Osborne, Michigan. That's Detroit, Michigan. And his high school is also the Knights. 22 games, batting 741. 74 plate appearances, 58 at-bats, 43 hits, 32 singles, 8 doubles, 7 triples, 11 home runs. He's a senior. So Rensselaer stepping in. First pitch. Gerke going to get it to second base on a low elevation. Line drive and hits the grass back up to the glove of Gutwein. He'll flip it over to Gus Sandberg, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. That hit was off the bat of Brayson Johns. Gonna run back to the dugout, just a little bit gimpy. Stepping into bat, 22, Ryan Kellner. Here comes the pitch from Gerke. Breaking pitch low for ball 1. 22, Ryan Kellner. He's batting 274, 416 on base percentage. Lucas Gerke, next pitch, goes back to the screen. Missed everything. 2 balls, no strikes. So Ryan Kellner, 78 plate appearances, 62 at-bats. He's got 17 hits. 12 of them are singles. 3 are doubles, 1 triple, and 1 home run. Right-handed batter. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Healthy cut, swing and a miss. Step back in. Right-handed batter. Ryan Kellner, he's the 4-hitter. He'll fly this one out of play right side. That's going to get the track by the football field. Count goes 2-2. We're from the wind-up. Here's the pitch. Outside of ball. Count goes 3-2. Dugouts see a different profile view. They think the strike is a strike when sometimes it's not. Swing and a miss. Ryan Kellner will jog back to the dugout. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Next batter going to step in for the Bombers. 5-hitter, number 9, Caden Webb. He is the catcher. Batting 296. First pitch outside low, ball one. He's got a 473 on base percentage. That's in 74 plate appearances and 54 at bats. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. He'll take this one, foul ball, straight back. Count goes 1-1 to Caden Webb. Caden Webb has 16 hits, 10 are singles, 6 are doubles. Here's the pitch. And pop this one up, playable. Foul territory, first base side. Giving it a look, couldn't come up with it. A good effort right there by Gus Sandberg. He was probably a little concerned with the dugout right there. He reached out for it at the last second. He was checking where he was at in relationship to the dugout. Difficult catch to make. He didn't make it. You remember when Pete Rose made that catch off of Bob Boone's glove in the 1980 World Series? I saw that recently. I love watching Pete Rose clips. Here comes the pitch. 1-2 pitch. Outside edge. They're going to call him out on strikes. So, nobody on base. Nobody left on base. No runs and no hits. And we'll go to the top of the 5th inning. This game moving right along. It's not even been an hour yet, about 50 minutes. We'll go to the top of the 5th after 4 completes. Central Catholic, 2. Rensselaer Central, 0. And I'm going to finish that up. I'm trying to finish that up right there on the stat sheet. Talk about the third best hitter. This is for batting average leader in the state of Indiana. He's a senior. He's 6'5", 6'5", weighs 225. It's Ethan Ash. Ethan Ash. He's a pitcher. He's an infielder. He's from California Lutheran High School. That's in California. It's in Wildemar, California. And in 19 games, he's batting .721. He has 75 plate appearances, 68 at bats. Check this out. He's got 49 hits. 49 hits. That's more hits than anybody on this page. And we'll also mention he's got 24 singles, 17 doubles, 4 triples, and 4 home runs. And I also have a couple of guys here listed that are from the state of Indiana. Actually, I have 3 guys listed here. No, maybe 4. We'll talk about them in a minute. So number 27 is Noah. That's a weird last name. Can't hardly pronounce that. He's got 19 games, batting .638. He's from the state of Indiana. And then another guy, 75th on the list from Indiana. That's Austin McKimmey. The stepping into bat for the Knights. In the bat here on the top of the 5th is Jackson Kane. Back on the pitcher's rubber, pitcher from the windup, Brayson Johns. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in low and outside, ball 1. Back on the rubber, 1 foot on, 1 foot off. Getting signals from Caden Webb. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High and tight. Jackson had to dodge that one. Count goes 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Jackson Kane on the season has been hit by pitch 4 times. As mentioned, Hudson Gutwine leads the team with 11. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Pitch comes in, strike call. Count goes 2-1 to Kane. He'll step back in. Kane is the catcher for the Knights. Here comes the pitch from Johns. He'll take one to right field. Going to back him up. It's going to burn him. It's going to get over the head of right fielder Titus James. Jackson's going to round second base. He's going to try for his 2nd triple of the season. He'll come in standing up. Jackson Kane gets a 3-base hit. First batter here in the top of the 5th inning. Jackson Kane picks up triple number 2 on the season. He's got 2. And Mikey Stapleton, no, I'll double check there, but only one other player, he has 1 with a triple stepping in, Mikey Stapleton. Right-handed batter's box. They're going to bring the infield in. That's Coach Courtney. Out of the stretch, now the set position. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball 1. Good block. Gets stopped by Caden Webb, the catcher. Saved the run. One ball, no strikes. Nobody out. Top of the fifth inning. Second batter in the fifth for the Knights. Knights are the visiting team. Out of the set position. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Swung on, you're going to pop it over the infield. It's not going to be playable. It's going to be a base hit. Infield was in. Second baseman Woodema maybe could have caught that in a regular depth situation. But the infield was in. Knights score a run. Coming in to score from third base is Jackson King. So a base hit off the bat of Mikey Stapleton. Next batter going to step in, right-handed batter, Gus Sandberg. Sandberg going to step in. Working from a stretch. Grayson Johns out of the set. Here comes a pickoff move. First base, tag applied. Back safely, head first is Stapleton. So nobody out. We're in the top of the fifth inning. Working out a stretch, now the set. In on the grass at third base is Martin. It's going to be a hit by pitch. Gus Sandberg hit by pitch. He doesn't quite like that. He picks up hit by pitch number 7 on the season. Sandberg has played this is game number 24. He started out the season not quite ready to play from a football injury. So they're going to call timeout. Coach Jared Court will walk out, talk with his infield right there at the pitcher's rubber. And we'll mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment, they've been in business since 1955. They have tractors, combines, corn pickers, lawnmowers, etc. They have genuine John Deere equipment. They are extraordinarily the best in the business. That's Reynolds Farm Equipment. They have 5 locations. You can reach any of the 5 locations by dialing 800-333-6947. That's 800-333-6947. Stepping into bat for the Knights, number 34, Isaiah Hopkins. Right-handed batter, 2 aboard for the Knights, first and second base. Nobody out. Out of the set, here comes a pitch, low for ball 1 from Grayson Johns. So they'll work it from there. Stepping back in, right-handed batter's box. Isaiah Hopkins, he's playing third base in today's ball game. Out of the set, Johns, here comes a pitch. Outside of ball. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 aboard for the Knights. Nobody out. Knights have 1 run in here in the top of the 5th. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in high, tight right there to Hopkins. Count goes 3-0. Hopkins probably have the take sign that home plate is going to be wide open for Brayson Jenners at first and second base. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the stretch, looks at second base. Now the set position. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, he'll take a base hit. Going to get the gap in right center. It's going to get by the gentleman that picked up there by Kason Shanley, the center fielder. And Hopkins has a 2-base RBI. So Hopkins going to remove that apparatus, take the gloves off. Isaiah Hopkins picks up his first hit for the Knights, the varsity level. As far as I know, I look at the stats, I don't see him. First pitch comes in. Strike on the inside half. Breaking pitch from Johns. Count goes 0-1. Peering in, looking at singles. Out of the stretch is Brixton Johns. Now out of the set position. Here comes the 0-1. Try to check his swing and a call strike. I don't think he called it a swing. He called that a strike pitch to the zone. Count goes 0-2. The Gilkey out of the set comes a pitch. He'll take a drive to right field. Going to be right at Titus James. He'll make the catch. They're not going to tag. They're going to stay at the base. Coach Gordon holding him up at third base. And a nice play by Titus James. As James Ash mentioned, he's playing defensively, doing a heck of a job in right field. He's playing defensively for the four-hitter, Ryan Kellner. So stepping into bat, we'll see the nine-hitter, number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. Van Kirk playing left field. Van Kirk in 24 games, batting .353, .532 on base percentage. Stepping back in the rubber, Grayson Johns. Stepping out is Van Kirk. He'll look for signals. Step back in. Grayson Johns out of the set position. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. Top of the 5th inning. Knights have 2 runs in. It's a 4-0 contest. Alice said, here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Infield is in. There's 1 out. Knights have runners at second and third base. Brennan Van Kirk, the batter. Here's the pitch from Johns. Outside of ball. Going to get by the glove of Webb. There was the home. Coming in, standing up for third base is Jeff Sandberg. So runner moves to third base. And that is Isaiah Hopkins. Coach Bourdonnais. Coach Bourdonnais gives him medium 5 on that double. Quite sure. 2 balls, 1 strike. Stepping back in. Dan Kirk, here's the pitch. He'll take one to right center. It's going to get down. Picked up in center field by Casey Shanley. It's going to be an RBI single off the bat. 41, Brennan Van Kirk. Coming in to score first varsity run on the season is Isaiah Hopkins. So with 1 out. Runner at first base, stepping in again, is going to be Hudson Gutwine. Gutwine is the leadoff batter in today's ball game at Central Catholic. Out of set position. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, third base. Going to get over underneath the glove there. Brady Martin goes into left field. Dylan Simmons tosses it back in to shortstop Dawson Kane. So a base hit off the bat of Hudson Gutwine. Gutwine picks up his second hit in the ball game. He now has 28 hits on the season. Stepping in. It's going to be Alex Schumer. Left-handed batter. 2 aboard for the Knights. 1 out. Knights have 4 runs in. Here in the top of the 5th. Out of set. Grayson Johns. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball. Going to get by the glove. Going to be hit by pitch. Hit by pitch. Johns was going after the baseball just in case it was a loose ball off the glove of Webb. But no, it's a hit by pitch. Now at first base for the Knights is number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer going to be hit by pitch number 5 on the season. So I'm going to go with the courtesy runner. Courtesy runner at first base for Schumer is going to be number 20, Ollie Bourdonnais. Ollie Bourdonnais, first base. He wears number 20. He's a member of the freshman class. Stepping into bat, we're going to see number 10, home plate umpire, going to make his notes on his miniature stenographer's pad. And yes, he does have double duty. Home plate umpire and the accountant. Here comes the pitch. He's going to take it back the other way and go to left center field. He's going to get by. We'll pick it up on the back trot. Picked up there by Dylan Simmons. Going to be a 2 RBI double off the bat of Lucas Gertz. Coming in to score is Van Kirk and Gutwine. And Coach Courtney going to walk out. Going to talk with his infield. There's no bullpen activity for Rensselaer Central. The Knights do have some bullpen going on in their bullpen activity. And Coach Courtney talking with Mr. Grayson Johns. And Grayson Johns is going to walk off the surface. I would guess he's going to stay in the ball game. See his bat. That's a good one. So Coach Courtney going to call in from the outfield, the next pitcher of record here in the top of the fifth inning. There is one out. Knights have two runners aboard, second and third base. So we'll also got to mention this. In the national stats, national high school baseball stats, batting average, the Knights will remember this. Number 138 on the list nationally is Sam Gooch. Sam Gooch plays for the Greencastle Tiger Cubs. Tiger Cubs right there in Indiana. Knights just played them. Sam Gooch, he's an outfielder and a pitcher. In 20 ball games, he's batting .583. 86 plate appearances, 72 at-bats, 42 hits, 35 are singles, 5 are doubles, and 2 triples. That's Sam Gooch. So out on the pitcher's rubber now, we're going to see the shortstop come over to pitch. Dawson Kane. Dawson Kane going to come over to pitch right now. We'll mention a little bit about Dawson. The junior class member. He struck out 10. 4 of those strikeouts went down looking. And we'll also mention he's hit one batter along the way, and that's the least amount of hit batters on Rensselaer Central's team. So he'll get warmed up right there. And we'll also mention at 146th place, presently, national stats, batting average, these are national leaders. 146, it's Nevon Jeffers. He's a third baseman and a right-handed pitcher. He's from Purdue Polytechnic High School. That's in Indiana. And his batting average in 18 games is .582. 67 plate appearances, 55 at-bats. 32 hits on the season, 17 are singles, 11 are doubles. He has 3 triples and 1 home run. That's pretty spread out. He's a good batter. And they're getting some final warm-up tosses right there on the diamond. We've got some more stats written down here. We got a moment. I think the infield umpire getting ready to brief Dawson Kane with the situation. Next batter going to step in for the Knights. It's going to be number 3, Jackson Kane. Jackson Kane going to step in. Runners at second and third base for the Knights. There's one out. Infield is in for Rensselaer Central. They're playing Jackson to pull the baseball in center field with Casey Shanley out of the set. Here comes a pitch. They'll drive it to right field. A lot of air under it. It's shallow. They caught just across the grass, and catch is made by Riker Woodema. Might have been an ice cream cone, but he made the catch. There are 2 out. Next batter to step in for the Knights, number 11, Mikey Stapleton. Mikey Stapleton plays shortstop for the Knights. Steps back in. Working from the stretch. It's number 7, Dawson Kane. Here comes a pitch. Outside a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Knights batting in the top of the 5th inning. On deck is Gus Sandberg. At the plate, Mikey Stapleton. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Breaking pitch high for ball 2. Dawson Kane. Dawson Kane, as you know, he's a junior class member. Came over from shortstop to pitch here in the top of the 5th. Out of the set position to check third base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul ball. Full swing off the bat and then off the leg. Mikey Stapleton. Count goes 2-1. Mikey Stapleton got a .400 batting average, .484 on base. He got 31 hits. He's got 1 hit in this game. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the stretch. Now out of the set position, Dawson Kane. Pitch comes in low. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Sun's going down. Lights have been on for a good little while here. Only one game tonight. It's 7:30 start. It started about 7:27. Pitch comes in, strike called, right down meridian. I've been a breaking pitch. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Peering in, looking at signals out of the stretch. Dawson Kane, here comes the pitch. Gonna be a balk. He didn't get set position. He didn't have a discernible pause right there. So we'll mention the C position umpire called the balk. Coming in from third base, scoring the run is Ali Bourdonnais. So they move over to third base, 1 runner on base for the Knights. 3-2 count. That is not a ball on the batter since they penalized the base runner. Base runner, I should say, gets to come in. So no ball on the batter. He almost did a summer league in the varsity league. I was over at Rossville. I balked a pitcher twice in a row, consecutive pitches. And then the coach came out, talked to me when the second balk happened. And everything worked out okay. I was not nervous. Coach walked back. Peering in, looking at signals. Is Dawson Kane out of the set. First pitch to Gus Sandberg, ground ball. Shortstop, he'll take it himself. Check second base, and there are 3 outs. So the Knights are retired here in the top of the 5th inning. Knights pick up 7 runs in the top of the 5th. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning after 4 1/2. Knights 9, Bombers 0. Bombers going to bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And I will also mention national leaders. These are national leaders, home runs. Home run national leaders. Everybody wants to know how many home runs the top guy has in the nation. Well, the top guy right now in the nation has 19 home runs. That's Cy Chrisman. Cy Chrisman, he's a junior class member. He's from Maple Mountain, Utah. That's the Maple Mountain Golden Eagles. Golden Eagles. And then Spanish Fork, Utah. He's 6'4", 215. And I will mention he's got 116 plate appearances, 89 at-bats. He's played 30 games. So he's got 19 home runs. And his batting average is .461. He has scored 46 runs. He has 59 RBI. He has 2 triples, 5 doubles, 19 home runs. Wow. So the Knights have a new pitcher in the ball game, number 12, Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer stepping to the pitcher's rubber. He got a 12 2/3 innings under his belt. This is appearance number 10. He's faced 58 batters. He's thrown 224 pitches. Going to work from the windup right here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch. Outside edge, strike call. In the batter's box for Rensselaer Central is his 6-hitter, number 12, Riker Woodema, second baseman. Here comes the pitch. Swing and miss. Breaking pitch. Trying to protect. So Riker Woodema. No balls, 2 strikes. Woodema got an on-base percentage of .341. Ground ball. Going to be left side of Schumer. He slipped up right there, but he'll gather his feet and throw a strike to first base. They'll get the foot out with Gus Sandberg. So he fielded that to his right off the pitcher's rubber. Tried to set his foot. Had a little bit of a slide there. Had to regather. Had enough time. So next batter in the lineup for Rensselaer Central is going to be the 7-hitter, number 8, Brady Martin. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Swing and miss. Healthy cut right there on time. Brady Martin. Where's number 8? He's batting .250 on the season. 308 on base. Breaking pitch. Ball high. Count goes 1-1. Martin on the season, 65 plate appearances, 60 at-bats. He'll get another bail. Reaching out. Line drive shot. Backhand. Shortstop made a good play there. Mikey Stapleton. He definitely robbed a base hit from Brady Martin. So there are two outs here in the bottom of the fifth. Next batter going to step in. He wears number 0, Kason Shanley. He is the center fielder. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Low for ball 2. Good block there by Jackson Kane. 2 balls, no strikes. Not real windy today. I tell you what, it's been really windy as of late. Pitch comes in high, ball 3. Kason Shanley, right-handed batter for Coach Courtney. Here comes the wind and the 3-0 pitch. They call that a strike. Might have been thigh high. Might have been a pitcher's strike there. 3-0 count. Sometimes that happens. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Breaking pitch high for ball 4. So a 5-pitch walk to Kason Shanley. Shanley's at first base. 2 outs. Next batter going to step in. It's going to be the 9-hitter, number 1, Dylan Simmons. Dylan Simmons, the left fielder. Out of set for Schumer. Here comes the pitch. You think it right back up the middle. Going to be gloved there by Mikey Stapleton. He'll flip it to Gutwein. They'll get the force out at second base for the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So at the end of 5 complete, Central Catholic 9, Rensselaer Central 0. The Knights will bat in the top of the 6th inning. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by McCormick Printing Impressions. Before we dive back into action, we want to spotlight a business that's been printing success in our community for 50 incredible years. That's McCormick Printing Impressions. From business cards to banners, T-shirts to office supplies, MPI is your local full-service print shop, delivering quality, great service, and creativity in every project. Family-owned and operated for 2 generations, MPI is your first impression. That first impression matters, so they make sure it's a good one. Next time you need something printed with perfection, turn to MPI, because at McCormick Printing Impressions, they don't just print. They help you make your best impression. That's McCormick Printing Impressions in Tipton. We'll also mention a little bit about the home run leaders. Home run leaders nationally. We know that number 1, Cy Chrisman, has 19 on the season. Number 2, Jacob Parker. That's Purvis Tornadoes. Purvis High School, Purvis, Mississippi. He's got 17 home runs. Number 3 is Zach Malvatio. That's from St. Thomas Aquinas. They are the Raiders from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He had 16 home runs. Number 4 is Zach Hale. That's from Colorado Springs, Colorado. That's the Classical Academy. They are the Titans. He has 16. And number 5, he has 15 home runs. That's Trent Buckley, 6'5", 205 from Columbia Academy in Columbia, Mississippi. So I always dreamed about home runs, but they just didn't happen for me. I had 3 in my lifetime. Out of set. Here comes a pitch from Dylan. Pitch called, I should say Dawson. Dawson King. Outside edge, strike called. In the batter's box for the Knights is number 34, Isaiah Hopkins. Out of set position. Here comes the pitch. Be a ground ball, base hit. Hopkins has 2 base hits. I should say 1. His first was a double, and now a single. Isaiah Hopkins swinging a hot bat. So the Knights are going to step in. Coach Bourdonnais going to go with a courtesy runner. It's going to be Eli Thompson doing the running at first base for Isaiah Hopkins. So Eli Thompson is at first base. Where's number 31? He's a member of the freshman class. Eli Thompson listed as a pitcher and an outfielder. Signals given, not many given. In the batter's box is going to be number 33, DJ Gilkey, home plate umpire, working that double duty again as he adjusts his stenographer's pad. So open stance right there, left-handed batter. DJ Gilkey working from the stretch. You check first base. Dawson Kane out of the set position. Here comes the pitch. Pitch comes in just above the zone. Ball one. One ball, no strikes. Runner at first base is Eli Thompson. He's doing the running for Isaiah Hopkins. Here comes the pitch. Healthy cut, swing and a miss. DJ Gilkey. Gilkey's played in 23 games for the Knights. This is 24. Batting 286 in that left-handed batter's box. 452 on base percentage. Out of set. Here comes the 1-1. Foul tip in the glove. Strike. Nice play there by catcher Caden Webb. Count goes 1-2. One ball, two strikes. They're playing some wiffle ball back here by the football fields. Eli Thompson, I'm guessing he's got some wheels. And I've heard that he's on the football team for Coach Nay. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. Count goes 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Stepping back in. Left-handed batter, DJ Gilkey. Out of set. Here comes a pitch from Kane. Inside and low. Count goes full. 3-2 count to Gilkey. Gilkey has 16 hits on the season, 11 singles, 5 doubles in 74 plate appearances. Out of set. Here comes the pitch. Taking off for second base. It's going to be ball 4. Knights have 2 aboard here in the top of the 6th inning. Next batter going to step in for the Knights. Going to be number 41, Brennan Van Kirk. Brennan Van Kirk, he's a left fielder for the Knights, batting 353. He's played in all the games but 2. 353 batting average, 532 on base percentage. Working from the stretch. Dawson Kane, now the set position. Here comes the pitch. He's going to squirt a bunt. They put a bunt down. Slippery out there on the grass. It's going to be a tall throw to first base. Safe at first. It's going to be called a crash. They run into each other. One run comes in to score. And that's Eli Thompson. And right there, that was Dawson Kane fielded the bunt. Came off the mound to his right. Just as we talked about, Schumer also slipped up on the grass. Some dew right here. It's just a little bit damp. So I'm quite sure they're slipping up out there on the infield. Nothing they could really do about it. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Strike call, top of the zone to Hudson Gutwein. A step back in, runners at second and third base. One run in here in the top of the 6th for the Knights. Here comes the pitch. Inside and tight, ball 1. One ball, one strike. Hudson Gutwein, right-handed batter. He's a senior. Plays football quite well. He catches passes quite well. Here comes the pitch. Going to take a shot. Third base, sign. It's going to be foul. It'll go over the bullpen area and end up on the other side of the pitching rubber. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was a hot shot. Stepping back in. Peering in, looking at signals out of the stretch. Dawson Kane out of the set. Here comes a 1-2. In full swing. Foul ball in the box here. Plate umpire right on top of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the 6th inning. Central Catholic High School hosting sectional class 2A, sectional 37. Out of the set. Here comes a pitch from Kane. He'll take a shot to left field. It'll be right at the left fielder. He'll tag at third. The catch is made by Dylan Simmons. Tagging from third base. They're going to see if he left early, and it might be close here. I'm a little bit concerned. It might actually be an out there. They're not going to check it. So DJ Gilkey comes in to score from third base. I got to believe that Coach Jared Courtney, with a class act, not going to appeal that play at third base. He's a class man. I understand that fully. Pitch comes in high for ball one. Into batter's box is Alex Schumer. Alex Schumer, 1 ball, no strikes. Step back in. Schumer on the season batting .329, .480 on base percentage. He's got himself aboard 1 time in this game. Pitch comes in outside half. Strike call. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck for the Knights is Colton Minnick. Colton Minnick going to be asked to bat for Lucas Gerke here in the 3rd spot. Out of set. Kane, here comes the pitch. Low for a ball. Count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Left-handed batter, Alex Schumer. And now a stretch, now the set. Dawson Kane, here's the pitch. Full cut, swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Alex Schumer thinks a lot about his brother Ryan. I noticed in the paper I read there that Ryan's one of his favorite persons. Gonna pop one to left field. Playable. Gonna be caught right there by Dylan Simmons for the 2nd out. Knights still have 1 on board. He's at second base. There are 2 outs. Next batter gonna step in. It's gonna be Colton Minnick. Sophomore athlete, number 5, Colton Minnick. He's going to step in. He's played in 22 ball games, batting .227, .404 on base percentage, 60 plate appearances, 44 at bats. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Might have took some off of that pitch, just a little bit. Dawson Kane. Count goes 0-1 to Minnick. Minnick has 10 hits on the season, 9 are singles. He has 1 double. He's got 6 RBI. Here's the pitch. And he might have 7. He's going to pick up his 7th RBI, round in 3rd base. Be a throw to the plate. Head first slide, safe at home. And going to be a single and an RBI. And Brennan Van Kirk, head first slide at home, safe. No play at home. Looked like there could have been. But Colton Minnick going to take second base on the throw to the plate. Colton Minnick, a single and an RBI. Stepping into bat, number 3, Jackson Kane. Right-handed batter. Peering in, looking at signal. Now out of the set position, Dawson Kane. Dawson Kane facing Jackson Kane. Jackson going to take it to the left field. Going to back up the left fielder, Dylan Simmons. Going to bounce on a warning track up against the wall. So it's going to be an RBI double off the bat of Jackson Kane. So coming in to score is Colton Minnick. Knights have 4 runs in here in the top of the 6th. Jackson Kane, he's going to jog off. He's the catcher. They'll go with the courtesy runner, I think, here. And I'm running out. Going to do the running. It's going to be number 17. And that's Brett Parker. Brett Parker, he's listed as a pitcher and an infielder. He's a member of the freshman class. So Coach Borden had the opportunity to put some extra players on this list right here on the roster for the sectional. And Brett Parker getting a chance to run bases at second base for Jackson Kane. That's got to be fun. Out of set, Dawson Kane, outside edge, strike call. Batting now for the Knights is number 11, Mikey Stapleton. Mikey Stapleton, he's played in 25 of the 26 games, batting an even .400, .484 on base percentage. Out of set, here's the pitch. Outside of ball. Good backhand stop there. Short hop. Caden Webb, catcher for the Bombers. Caden Webb, a member of the junior class. So he'll be back. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Out of set, he'll check second a couple of times. Here's the pitch. Gonna foul this one right side, out of play. Count goes 1-2 to Mikey Stapleton. Stapleton got a hit by pitch. He didn't like that. He picked up hit by pitch number 5 on the season. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Stapleton, right-handed bat, facing the righty. Dawson Kane, here's the pitch. And that was high in sight, just as I mentioned that. He had to get out of the way again with ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Right-handed batter, Mikey Stapleton, working from the stretch. Dawson King, he wears number 7. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Going to get by the glove there. To the inside, severely inside. Caden Webb had to retrieve it back to the backstop. Might go in the book as a wild pitch, not quite sure. Webb going to get a new baseball. That grass is damp. That grass has a dew on it. And what they're talking about next week, Monday, for the championship game, they're talking about 84 degrees. At this 6 o'clock game, they'd probably be that warm then. Out of the set, here's the pitch. High and tight, ball 4 to Mikey Stapleton. So he'll jog to first base. And next batter going to step in for the night. It's going to be number 30, Gus Sandberg. Gus Sandberg, right-handed batter. Coach Ford, they're going to make another adjustment. He's going to get another guy in the ball game. I believe so. Double check there. And they might have already done so. Here we go. Check it in right there. It's going to be number 7, Cooper Renback. Cooper Renback, he's a catcher. He's a member of the sophomore class. He's going to run at first base for Mikey Stapleton. So runners at first and third base. 2 outs. Stepping in, Gus Sandberg. Out of the set, here's the pitch. Short hop the glove, ball 1. Good block there by Caden Webb. So pretty quiet out here. Got the kids back here in the back playing wiffle ball. Quite a few of them. And now a stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, second base. It'll be fielded by Woodema. He'll regather it, and he'll throw on to first base, get the put out, which landed much. So Knights are out of the inning. Knights pick up 4 runs in the top of the 6th. At the end of 5 1/2, Central Catholic, 13. Rensselaer Central, 0. Rensselaer Central going to come to the plate right there, and we'll also mention today's ball game is in part being brought to you by Camino and Company. Camino and Company, they're in downtown Noblesville, Indiana. Camino and Company is a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers, small business partners, and the Camino and Company founders. Camino and Company, they have a mascot. That mascot is a 1984 El Camino SS. And that El Camino SS is owned by B.E. Witham. B.E. Witham is the grandpa of Carly Witham Elbrett. That's Carly Witham. And Carly is the owner of Camino and Company. And their goal at Camino and Company is to please each customer from their concept to the Camino and Company completion. If you want to reach Camino and Company, you can go on the website at Camino-and-company.com. That's Caminoandcompany.com. And if you want to call Carly, you can reach her on her cell phone. You can leave her a voicemail. You can leave her a message, or you can text message her. Her cell phone number is 317-833-7982. Again, Carly's cell phone number is 317-833-7982. That's Camino and Company, mobile flower shop. If you're having a wedding, she can be there and make things less strenuous on you for certain. That's Carly at Camino and Company. So I got a new pitcher on the pitcher's rubber for the Knights. It's number 34. I have no stats for him because this is going to be his first outing as a varsity pitcher for Central Catholic. He's number 34. That's Isaiah Hopkins. Hopkins has a single and a double in this ball game. And now he's going to pitch here in the bottom of the 6th. Peering in, looking to see how the windup. First pitch from Hopkins. Peering over the glove. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. The foul ball back out of play. In the batter's box, he's the one hitter for Rensselaer Central, number 23, Landon Mush. Landon Much batting 354 on the season, 533 on base percentage. That's in 92 plate appearances, 65 at bats. He's got 23 hits. Landon Mush, 23 hits, 17 are singles. He has 5 doubles and 1 triple. He got 12 RBI. He scored 23 runs himself, and he's reached base on balls 13 times. Working out a windup. Here comes a 1-1 pitch to Mush. Breaking pitch inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Isaiah Hopkins, first outing of the season. Next pitch low for ball 3. So Hopkins has a 3-1 count. He has velocity. There's no question. His velocity is good. He might be a little bit nervous, but I don't know. Here comes the 3-1. High for ball 4. So he's working on that release point. He's trying to find it. He disappointed a walk issued to number 23, Landon Mush. Next batter going to step in for Rensselaer Central is number 7, Dawson Kane. Right-handed batter. Dawson Kane is the pitcher of record for the Bombers. Now a stretch, now the set for Hopkins. Checks first base over the right shoulder. Pitch comes in, foul ball back to the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Dawson Kane batting 269 on the season. 360 on base percentage. It's in 91 plate appearances. Now the set for Hopkins. The check first base over the right shoulder. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch finishes low. Count goes 1-1 to Kane. Kane started the game at shortstop. You're going to throw a pickoff move, first base. Gus Sandberg tries to make the tag. Ball came loose. He was going to be safe. Sliding back in. Head first is Landon Mush. Out of set. Here comes a pitch from Hopkins. He'll pop one up, playable. Shallow center field. Mikey Stapleton calls for it. He'll make the catch. So Stapleton, the shortstop, makes the catch about 10, 12, 15 feet out in the grass. There's 1 out here at the bottom of the 6th inning. The runner at first base is Landon Mush, leadoff batter. For the Bombers, stepping into bat, we're going to see number 10, Grayson Johns. I know Grayson Johns can absolutely put the ball over the scoreboard. I know he can. Here comes the pitch. First pitch comes in high and outside, ball 1. Grayson Johns hit a shot at Rensselaer Central. Cleared the bases. Bases were loaded. Out of set. Here comes the pitch. He'll take a shot, foul ball right there, and it's going to go over the fence in right field corner. So he got part of that. He could straighten that up right there. Maybe it didn't get out of play. But he got the sweet spot on that aluminum bat. 1-1 count. We're now a stretch. Now the set. Hopkins. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. Low and inside. Ball 2. 2-1 count. Grayson Johns, bat is in the 3rd spot. Bat's in the 3rd spot. Coach Courtney wants to make sure he sees a lot of fastballs in that 3rd spot. Out of set position. Hopkins. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Be a ground ball, base hit between second base and first base on the ground, and toss it back in. And I'm playing right field now for the Knights. Is number 5, Colton Minnick. Colton Minnick got himself aboard with a base hit. He took second base. He got an RBI. And Grayson Johns is going to jog off the surface. They're going to give way to a courtesy runner right there. I should say a pinch runner. They're saying at first base is number 6, That's Will Belvin. He's listed as a pitcher, an outfielder, and an infielder. He's a member of the sophomore class. Stepping in, right-handed batter, Ryan Kellner, wears number 22, four-hitter for the Bombers. Out of set, Hopkins. He'll step off the back and he'll restart. He won't look at second base. He'll step off. Now he'll step back in. Peering in, looking at signals. Jackson Kane, the catcher. Out of the set position. Hopkins, here's the pitch. With foul ball back to the screen. No balls, one strike. Four-hitter, number 22, Ryan Kellner. He is the DH in the ballgame. Kellner batting 274. He's got a 416 on base percentage. Out set, Hopkins. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch outside, ball one. It goes 1-1. Kellner in 78 plate appearances, 62 at bats. He's got 17 hits, 12 singles, 3 doubles, 1 triple, and 1 home run. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, didn't get the break. Hit by pitch is Kellner. I got him right in the lower middle part of the back. He's going to jog down to first base. Coach Bordenay going to jog out. Going to walk out, talk with his infield. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 runners will take that back. 3 runners aboard for the Bombers. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Noblesville Trophies. Noblesville Trophies, you can shop them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop in, if only to browse around. They're located at 1740 South Penn Street, Noblesville, Indiana. They've got trophies, awards, plaques, and more. That's Noblesville Trophies. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them by phone at 317-773-7391. That's 317-773-7391. You're stepping in. It'll be number 9, Caden Webb. Caden Webb, he does the catching for the Bombers. Out of set, Hopkins. First pitch to Webb. Inside half, strike call. No balls, 1 strike. Step back in. Peering in, looking at signals. Out stretch, now the set position. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, another hit by pitch. Caden Webb going to jog to first base. And A.J. Bordenay going to walk out as the pitching coach. Well, maybe not. He's going to pick up the baseball. Thought he was walking out. He could, but he didn't. And the bases are still loaded. 1 run in with a hit by pitch. Coach Courtney going to go with a runner at first base. For the catcher, going to be a courtesy runner. They've got some outline numbers on the back. Their backs, white shirts, white numbers. They're pretty tough to read, but they're not that bad as Logansport. Man, it was bad. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. In the batter's box for the Bombers is number 12, Riker Woodema. Riker Woodema, second baseman. He's got a 341 on base percentage. Out of the set, here comes the pitch. Low and outside, ball 2. Good block right there. Jackson Kane on the short hop. Made a good play. Saved the run. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball, second base. That's a good one. They'll go 4, 6, 3. They'll get out of the inning. That's going to complete today's ball game. We do thank you for tuning in. And we are very appreciative. Both coaches making it somewhat easier for putting me in sports. So we are thankful for Coach Jared Courtney of the Rensselaer Central Bombers and Coach Tim Bordenay of Central Catholic Knights. We hope you'll tune in if you cannot make it live. Saturday, 5:31. That'll be Saturday, May 31st, a 1 o'clock ball game. It'll be Benton Central Bison and the Central Catholic Knights. We hope you'll tune in. Until then, we want to say thanks to my wife for monitoring and sound check. And I'm very thankful for Robbie Kendall. Robbie Kendall, he hung around, listened to part of the ball game, and made a very good decision to text me, let me know that I had the mute button pushed. Didn't know it, but I do now. But thank you for listening. We'll mention no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let it go. Keep the fire burning. Please hold still. We'll talk to Coach. How about you? It's not good.
Yeah, so he was like, oh no.
Hey, we're going to talk to Joe McDowell right here before we talk to Coach Bourdonnais. I tell you what, you drive the school bus for a lot of different schools, Central Catholic being one of them.
Yeah, and the other one's West Lafayette. I've been with Central Catholic 25 years. I've been with West Lafayette 16 years. And I was with City Bus for 31 years. So I've been driving 45 years. I drove over 2 million miles my days.
You are a safe bus driver. They are fortunate to have you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We'll talk to Coach now.
Okay. Well,
We'll talk again.
Yeah, nice talking to all you fans. We got this game in now. We got some more to go yet. I want to take these kids down to Indianapolis again. I did it 3 years in a row.
Okay. So we're going to walk this direction. That's the bus driver, Joe McDowell. See if Coach Bourdonnais has a couple minutes here. We'll talk to him. We're going to talk post game right now. We're with Coach Bourdonnais. Coach Bourdonnais, I tell you what, you got a lot of things accomplished in that game.
Yeah, I thought we played really well. I thought our pitchers threw really well. Lucas really attacked from the get-go, and and we came through with some clutch hits. We bunted the ball well. Played great defense. One mistake on defense, but we got the double play there to end the game, which wasn't a routine ground ball. It was to Alex's left, and he made a good feed to Mikey at short, and we were able to finish it off.
You got a third baseman in the ball game. You got Isaiah Hopkins. He might have not finished the game well pitching, but he got a single and a double.
Yeah, he's been chomping the bit all year, and we knew he was going to be a kind of a shot in the arm for us come postseason, and yeah, he came through with a couple big hits tonight, and he got his feet wet on the mound. He hasn't obviously pitched that much as his first varsity outing, so wanted to get his feet wet tonight, and it was a great opportunity up 13-0.
Coach Rensselaer Central and Coach Courtney, they're coming up.
Yeah, they were a lot better than when we faced them earlier in the season. So, they definitely got better as the year went on. And I thought Brayson Johns pitched a good ball game. But we were fortunate to have a couple key hits and kind of turn that game on its head.
In Central, I don't know if anybody was here, but they got the bye, but you'll play them on Saturday.
Yeah, every game in the tournament's an elimination game. So you gotta come focused, ready to play. Doesn't matter who's in the other dugout. We just got to take care of our own business. And, our motto has always been, they have to beat us. If they don't beat us, then we're in good shape. If we don't beat ourselves, we're in good shape rather. We're excited to get off to a good start here in the tournament and hopefully keep it rolling Saturday.
When did you? I like that.